DJ. One shot.
An unforgettable start to Champs Weekend, and it only gets better today. 4 teams fighting for their lives in the elimination bracket, and all 8 teams fighting for a piece of the $2 million prize pool. The fans are bringing the heat to Texas, and it only gets spicier from here. Welcome back into Allen, Texas. Welcome back to the Call of Duty Championship Weekend 2024. Shout out to all the fans who got down here bright and early. We had people lined up around the block, and you can see they are still filing into their seats. Here at the desk, though, we've got the regulars, Nameless and Alley Cat, and a very special guest for the second champs in a row, Mr. Three Rings Clayster. And Clay, we got to start with you, man. You went 4 for 4 on day number 1, calling the only upset as LA Thieves take down Toronto.
You know, I might be good at this Call of Duty thing. I might know a little bit about it, have a little bit of IQ, but maybe a little more than you three, you know?
Today we're trying to catch up a little bit, but for anyone who missed the action, Allie, talk me through how Dan Ghosty and LA Thieves took down our number 2 seed, Scrap and Toronto Ultra.
Thankfully, there was still one upset out of the 4 matches yesterday. LA Thieves with a huge win over Toronto Ultra. And we talked to Dan Ghosty afterwards, and he's like, you know, we just watched their previous match versus Seattle and how they ended up getting close and how to beat them. And that's what we saw throughout the entirety of it. 3 respawns. LA Thieves was able to take off of one of the best in the league.
Nameless, they set the tone with that game 1, but then Toronto came storming back. You saw Kremp finished with a donut. Scrap starts talking some smack, and that seemed to fuel the Thieves coming into game 3 and 4.
Yeah, 100%. You know, I got to give credit to this entire Thieves team. You know, we saw them improve a little bit, especially
your all-day fan.
And Kremp and Joe Deceives at the Major 4 lane. Obviously, no fans. And then you get into this match, and the fans in the crowd were behind LA Thieves, and that bolstered them forward, beating them in all 3 respawns. Dan Ghosty icing the game at the end of the invasion, and obviously they set the tone with that map 1. So for LA Thieves, they're going up against Optic Texas, and they got to be feeling pretty good given their respawn is on point for the first time.
Texas fans still very much a fan of Dan Ghosty, but Clayster, today LA Thieves takes on the home team. Can they get that same support? How do you battle against the crowd in this one?
Keep that energy high. Joe Deceives needs to be standing up, pointing and laughing like that, and Dan Ghosty needs to play like the superstar that he is showing everybody he is. If they keep up that level of performance, I think they can go toe-to-toe with just about anyone in this tournament.
On the other side of the matchup, you have the home team, Optic Texas, the only squad to walk away with a clean 3-0. Allie, is this the bounce back you expected to see after bombing out at Major 4?
Maybe not that opening Rio. I feel like we got a little bit closer than, you know, we would have been comfortable watching for the Optic Texas, especially being this home event. But regardless, it was the only 3-0 on the day, and I think the most impressive thing, obviously, map number 2, High Rise, Shotzzy having an absolute takeover, 13 and 6 with 3 first bloods, breaking their search and destroy loss free. So already breaking some of the bad that was going down for Optic Texas.
Optic was so clutch through all of Major 3. That's when they raised the trophy. Is the clutch factor back in Texas?
Yeah, so that's what I was going to say, Chris. You know, when I first looked at it, my reaction was like, man, that was way too close for comfort. Then I was thinking, I'm like, Optic have had a lot of close calls. And when they were hitting their stride stage 2 and stage 3, obviously where they won, it was those close calls that they were closing out. And if you're to win a championship with this roster, it's through these two young superstars right here, Shotzi and Pred. Shotzi bringing that energy, obviously performing behind it, and then Pred having himself a banger because everybody was criticizing him over this last stage.
Love what we saw from the frontline duo, but it was Lottie catching up with the anchor AR. Here's what Kenny had to say after the match.
I've just called Kenny coming straight off the stage, first match of champs, and boy oh boy, did you show up for your fans. How are you feeling after that one?
Feeling great. I don't feel like I had the best series individually, but as a team, feeling confident. Definitely a lackluster last tournament, but we showed up for our first match here, and you can expect some good matches for us.
Now, of course, classic. You got over the S&D hump, and thank goodness you didn't make the record and didn't break the record. It's not a good one to break, is it? Talk to me about the process, the progress you've also made on S&D to do it like that so cleanly.
I think we just had to go back to the basics and kind of go over our strats, kind of get I guess the whole basis down of who's doing what and who's doing when this happens, and so we can use more teamwork. I feel like that was the one thing we were lacking is teamwork in S&D. It looked good there. We had a little sloppy rounds, but we adjusted, so that's the biggest thing.
It's day one, last match of the night, and the green wall turned up tremendously. I mean, they were so unbelievably loud. Can you hear them on the stage?
Oh yeah, I think it's the loudest crowd we've had ever. The stage is rumbling, and they're not even close to the stage. So for me, it's definitely exhilarating. It's a fun experience, and love the fans.
I love that, Kenny. Ride it. Best of luck. Congratulations. So excited to see Optic in full form.
Thank you.
And I have a feeling we are going to set an all-new decibel record with that Optic LA matchup. That's coming around 5 p.m. Central Time, 6 o'clock Eastern. You'll also see FaZe versus Subliners later tonight. But we start with the elimination bracket. Miami Heretic, Seattle Surge, Toronto Ultra, and LAG. Allie, which one of those matches is tighter?
Honestly, Miami versus Surge. I feel like we've been comparing them as kind of the 5th and 6th teams throughout the year near the end, leading into championship weekend. So I think that would be a game 5 for sure.
There's so many rookies in action today with an opportunity to double up their money with the win in the first series. To talk about the rookies one step closer, we send it to the stage with Guy Blaze.
Thank you so much, Chris. And as we all know, here in championship weekend, we got to honor the best players out there. And when it comes down to the CDL, this is where they land. Now, this year, we had a group of hot-fire rookies that set the stage and our hearts ablaze. But it's my honor to announce the Rookie of the Year from the Carolina Royal Ravens. Make some noise for Gwyn!
Every season, new faces appear, new talents emerge, ushering in the next wave of CDL stars. And this season, we were witness to the rise of a new star, your 2024 Call of Duty League Rookie of the Year, Gwyn. Fresh off his Call of Duty 2023 Challengers Finals victory, Gwyn was promoted to the Carolina Royal Ravens 2024 CDL roster. Joining a roster of veterans is never an easy task, especially for a rookie. But Gwyn never looked out of place, often leading his veteran teammates. In fact, this rookie phenom even set a CDL record with the most kills in a 5-map series with an unfathomable 115.
Gwyn seals the deal!
And that strong play proved consistent, whether online or on LAN. In the 2024 season, Gwyn led all rookies in every major category.
Gwyn is different.
In 2024, Gwyn separated himself from other rookies, proving he is a future star and truly earning the title of Rookie of the Year. Congratulations to our Call of Duty 2024 Rookie of the Year, Gwyn.
That Major 2 run definitely stands out to me, Allie, but talk to me about this rookie season. What was Gwyn able to accomplish?
He was able to accomplish so much that there were times I feel like we all kind of forgot he was a rookie. We forget that since the beginning of this year, he was one of the most consistent players on Carolina Royal Ravens. No offense, Clay. But like he would carry them through series sometimes, and you'd forget sometimes that he was up for rookie.
Yeah, I remember when you first picked up Gwyn, and I was asking you, like, what's his potential? And you said through the roof he can take over series, but it was really that search and destroy. It seems like he was able to soak up a lot of knowledge because from stage 2 to 3, he became one of the best search players in the world almost over a week. How'd you do that?
he just wanted to learn more, and I think that's something that Gwyn has that not a lot of rookies coming into the league have. He just was wanting to understand the game at a high level, play the game at a high level, communicate at a high level. And me and Fellow and Brian, we really helped him along the way. Tej too. Him and TJ ended up having a nice duo-ship all year. I'm so proud of Gwyn. It's so awesome to see him get what he deserves. And honestly, like Ali said, I forgot he was a rookie sometimes this year. We were talking to him like he was a vetted pro, and then we're like, oh, wait, it's only his first year. Maybe let's relax just a little bit on him.
Well, unfortunately, he is in Cancun right now. Let's talk to him, though, as he sent in a video to accept his honor.
Hey everyone, Gwyn here. Just want to say, first off, I wanted to say how honored I am to be Rookie of the Year. I couldn't have done it without my teammates, my coaches, anyone that helped me like throughout the year learn how to play the game at a pro level. Wanted to thank Clay, Fellow, Tej. They taught me so much this year, how to be a pro, how to play at a pro level, how to communicate at a pro level, which meant a lot to me. The season kind of ended sad for us since we can't be at champs, but next year I'm not going to miss champs at all, I promise. So thank you for making me the Rookie of the Year. It means a lot. Hopefully I'll be there next year.
Incredible stuff from Gwyn and our rookies. Give it up for them, everybody, and shout out to the fans showing support, not just for Gwyn, but for all the players taking the stage. One of our season honors, though, is the biggest of the year, and Guy Blaze is ready to award it. Let's get it done.
I'm so ready for this one, Chris, because when it comes down to this award, the MVP, it goes to the most badass player in this league, the one that all of the pro players are scared of. Texas, make some noise from Atlanta FaZe, Chris Simlayer! MVP! MVP! Man, Chris, yet again, you come out with a season MVP, and I'm pretty sure all of us watching you this season was just in awe through a lot of the plays in which you made. Texas, can you guys agree that he is the MVP of the league? Definitely can. Chris, what does this mean for you?
I mean, it means a lot. I mean, personally, I think the ring definitely means a lot more. This is amazing, but, you know, I have great teammates who helped me get this, so the ring means everything.
Definitely does, and if you was to win this event, you'll go on a group with a lot of top-tier players having those 3 rings, but to get there, you got a talented group of men here behind me that helped you get here. What do you want to say about them and everyone who has helped you get to this point?
Oh, I mean, they know they're godlike. Everybody behind me is doing their part. They're fucking the best in the game, and I mean, we have the best fans in the business, too. Everybody here, we appreciate you, and just, yeah, thank you guys.
All right, one more shout-out to the MVP of the league, Chris Simlayer!
Boys, sorry, real quick. Sorry to interrupt. But the votes are in. Sim, you're the regular season MVP.
Let's get it, baby!
He won't slow down! That's right, Simp is your 2024 Call of Duty League MVP.
The best player currently in the game.
And this SMG King is no stranger to the award, having won it previously in 2021.
Things bigger than me.
To kick off the 2024 season, FaZe was unstoppable, not dropping a single match all the way to Major 1. It was there that they met heavy resistance, losing to the Toronto Ultra in the Grand Finals. Looking for that sweet, sweet revenge in Major 2, Simp continued his dominance, this time leading the team to victory with a record-setting 13 kill streak in the Grand Finals against Optic Texas.
Simp erupting on the main stage.
Also claiming the Major 2 MVP crown.
You are the MVP.
Major 3 qualifiers gave us a serious case of deja vu, as FaZe went undefeated all the way up to the Major. But once again, old foes had something to say. Optic Texas dethroned the Major 2 champs in an epic battle. After finishing top 3 in every major so far, Simp made sure his squad's run of excellence would continue in Major 4, fragging the way once again to the Grand Finals. When the regular season was said and done, Simp set 4 CDL records. In addition to writing his name in the record books, Simp was the only player to have a 1.15 LAN KD or higher in all 3 modes. Wow! A living legend, a record holder, an all-star, a CDL champion. This 2-time league MVP continues to dominate the battlefield and has cemented his legacy as one of the best we've ever seen. Congratulations to your 2024 Call of Duty League Most Valuable Player, Simp!
Chris Lair, congratulations, his second regular season MVP award, and last time he won it back in 2021, he won Champs, Nameless.
Yeah, and if you think about it, pre-CDL in Black Ops 4, this guy should have been MVP as well, right? If we awarded it Champs MVP, Kickstart, obviously you're very familiar with a guy like that. He's just a smooth killer, man. Every time he's on the map, he's making the right decisions, picking up kills, and he's a search mastermind, a pivotal player for this Atlanta FaZe.
His trophy case is starting to look kind of crazy. I'm sure he walks into his office every day and kind of takes a peek and is like, wow, I'm going to need a bigger trophy case here soon.
Man is making money. We'll find out how much he's going to walk away with the $2 million on the line. But when we come back, we are going to the elimination bracket. It's going to be Miami Heretics and Seattle Surge, and the players are ready to go. So we're going to be jumping right into this one. Of course, Toronto Ultra plays LAG. Optic Texas faces off against LA Thieves. And then a battle between 2 of our Power 4 in our Monster Energy matchup, Atlanta FaZe versus New York Subliners. Allie, I see you smiling. It's time to talk Miami. It's time to talk the Seattle Surge squad. And if you're looking for rookies, you got 4 in this matchup with an opportunity to make some serious money.
And what we saw yesterday in Abuza, I mean, he was unreal on that main stage. They weren't able to come out with the W, but if somebody was laying down the damage in the KD, it was that rookie.
And I would say in this series, you know, Abuza backstage and hearing the whole Rookie of the Year thing with Gwyn, I mean, as a competitor, I know how that would make me feel. Abuza has played incredible throughout this year. I know he's about to come into this series with a vengeance because what we saw in that first match was he was going for broke, matching the best player on the opposing side, setting records almost. And when you look at this map set for Seattle, they have struggled against Miami. The last 2 majors, they've lost in a Game 5.
Now, we saw Miami looking very strong on day number 1, but they weren't able to get it done. Vehicle dropped 39 for the L on Invasion. Do you think Miami has the edge this time around playing against the Surge, Clayster?
I do think that Miami has a good chance in this series. Looking at the map set right here, I see pros and cons for both teams. I genuinely believe this was a good veto from both coaches right here. It's going to come down who clutches up, who executes in the moment. But if Vickle's dropping a 40 bomb in a control and we're still losing, like, hey, guys, let's win.
So the difference in this series each time is when they played in the qualifiers last 2 stages, it's been the control. When you look at it, Seattle's 0-3 in control against Miami, and that's the game mode that Miami has struggled in outside of high rise. You saw that's an invasion in this one. Seattle has to win invasion control in order to take the series.
Clayster is perfect on the weekend, but Allie and Nameless have been crushing our scuff predictions since day number 1. And Allie, you still have a 1-match lead, so you get the honors of going first. Who's going to be number 162?
I'm going to go with Miami Heretics today. I loved what I saw from them yesterday, and I believe in the Vamos.
Heretics double up their money. Nameless, do you agree?
And I believe in the Seattle Surge. They've looked too good. That match was too close. And Abuza, with that added fire that he just saw in the pre-show, about to take over. I got Seattle.
Are you going for the Spanish speakers in Miami or the French speakers over on Seattle Surge, Clay?
This is such a tough one to call. I got friends on both teams. They're both performing for their champs life. One of these teams is literally booking their flight early tonight and going home. I got to go Seattle Surge.
To Seattle Surge. Let's make it to Miami. The desk is split, so we got to figure it out on the stage. Seattle Surge, Miami Heretics starts now.
in Texas. It's day number 2 of championship weekend, and let's warm this venue up. Are you ready to get this first match started? Coming to the stage is a banger of a matchup. The waves are about to come crashing down. Get ready to make some noise for the Miami Heretics and Seattle Surge.
Both of these teams considered gatekeepers as of late of the top 4, and now they are both seeking revenge as they find themselves in elimination round 1. Sitting around 5th and 6th, the Miami Heretics still have a lot to prove with their previous LAN performances, and this is their last chance. And for Seattle Surge, they need some revenge games. Some rookies on both sides. Let's see which one has the ice here on the main stage with all the pressure on them.
We'll see who got the ice on the stage. I'm already drenched right now with all this tension going on. One more time, Texas, you ready to get this one going? Merc, Maven, let's get wet.
Oh, I'm definitely down to get wet. Thanks, Blaze. That's a throw and a half. Hope everyone in attendance is having a fantastic time. We've already had, Rookie of the Year. We had our MVP announced. Now it's going to be banger after banger as we continue on in Texas. It's larger than life.
Yeah, be careful with your rib there.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
I did have a doctor's appointment today. I got blood taken, got a physical. I'm ready to go.
You're locked in. Yeah, you're doing well.
How you doing? I had a migraine yesterday. Feeling better?
Yep.
I massaged Joe's temples all night.
No, you didn't.
No, I did not. But let's look at this matchup. We've got Seattle going up against Heretics. Yesterday, I mean, the big storyline is just like both of them were so close to pulling off an upset. Just couldn't quite close it out. Like, what do you think the comms are like? How do you look forward after that?
Yeah, I think for Seattle, we were right there, right? 100%. Abuza had an incredible series. Like, they were very much a couple of plays away from, sending New York down into that lower bracket.
Right? Like, hey, man, Hydra's like 122 or something.
Yeah, they tied the kill record. Yeah. And then on the other side for Miami, I think you pretty much had exactly what you wanted versus FaZe. You were in every single map. It's just, there were these individual moments where the FaZe players took over. But I think obviously you would love the upset, but you're not disappointed by the performance.
Well, speaking on Seattle a little bit, you talked about how good Abuza has been. You know, Brezzy had some clutch moments, but a 4 kind of struggled to get going yesterday, yeah?
Yeah, 0-4 did not have the best series, but looking here at the Monster Energy pregame, I think the key is going to be breaking. You know, when you look at their hard points, you're going to have that 6-star in Rio in this series, so first on both of those.
Well, when we describe them in hardpoint, it's relentless, right? Like, that's what we usually say, relentless. And these are some maps that they can absolutely be that. So when you take a look at the Monster Energy pregame, that's how we're breaking it down for the Seattle side. It's going to be a test. These guys have played 3 times this year. It has gone to a game 5 every time. They usually go to war, and honestly, it feels like there's just some similarities between the team and the way they like to attack.
No doubt about it. Honestly, it's just kind of that. It's just both of these teams play very similar. They stay within the game, right? They try to go to those map 5s and clutch on up. The difference in this has been the control, which is 3-0 to Miami Heretics in this series. And then when it's gone to the map 5 in the last 2, it has been Miami able to win that. Like the key has been for Surge in the search to destroy, but those game 5s have gone the way of Heretics.
Well, Vickle was looking like Benjamin Bance, bro. You know, the Wusa, the deep rest. He is getting locked in. Fist bumps are out. Map getting ready to load on up. We're heading to 6-star to start things off. And we bumped into Vickle on the way in. He was locked, loaded, ready to rock. He was dropping bombs yesterday, too. We'll see if that's going to be enough. But what a test to start us off. Reminder, for those in attendance, this is a loser's bracket match. So loser is out. No chance to continue on for a large chunk of that $2 million. What an incredible best of 5 this is going to be. And again, they've gone to a map 5 the 3 times they faced off this year. Joe, I wouldn't be surprised if this is another one.
No, and again, all of these maps within this series, they're going to be fast. Maybe even that game number 3, Invasion Control, the way they like to play it, there's going to be a lot of opportunities on attack and defense. But let's start with 0-4. Let's see if he can turn it around early.
Yeah, looking to see if he's able to bounce back. So far, so good. Movement flowing. As he's able to find one, that'll be 4 down. 2-0 start, 4-0-4. Over to Brezzy now as he's trying to lock him in from Statue with the MCW, but all the utility hitting. He's been stunned to hell, just trying to stay up as an underground route comes through for Heretics. We'll see what Abuza can do. Damage dealer, bomb dropper. The guy can take over the map, and there you have a nice sequence through. It was, 4 down for Seattle early, now 4 down for Heretics.
I mean, just back-to-back. Yeah, I mean, get all this time. If you are Seattle Surge, you have spawns 4P2, a great start here. And it's the ARs that were locking down this setup. Brezzy's on 4 in a row, had the pre-fire in, a nice bait and switch out of Miami Heretics, but Hooch is gonna back down, play his life over towards a rotation. Lucky's gonna win the first gunfight, try to play his life. But 0-4 so quick, the stun was on point for Rezi. He's gonna find one with snapping earlier, but all about these trades so far.
You talked about 0-4 struggles yesterday. Hook too, like he was just getting antsy at times, it felt like.
I feel like that's just him.
It is, but whether it was like the gun getting away from him sometimes, like his shots, or like just making some poor decisions like we saw on the controller or the surge at times, maybe he'll be a little more dialed in today.
Yeah, I think that's what you're hoping for, right? I think really that one round on invasion control really sticks out where he opts for the gunfight, but this has been all surge early. They're getting so far pushed up. You do have Lucky and Metal spun out towards the back as 0-4 with a great gunfight win on to Real. And you're winning on both fronts now. So now if you're Heretics, there's just a choice. What do you want to do? Abuza trying to find a turn and burn, but at least allow time for 0-4 to be there. And he wins another one as 0-4, he's up to 7-4.
Well, you want him to step it up, and yeah, it's a nice start there. Taken out from the nade, though, from Lucky as he'll shut it down. Heretics finding a couple of points. They have not been able to find much early on. They are desperately wanting a break here. Look at the pinch on both sides. Looks like an awkward timing down statue side. Is Abuza is able to pick up one side of that. You got numbers here, though, towards the point. 0-4 going to have to deal with two. He's able to get one, back up, wait for the reinforcements of the close spawn to come in. Now they try to retake that, like that from 0-4.
Yeah, on the one side, we've talked about the #1 breaking team. On the other, like Miami, this is not what they normally do. They're not a great breaking team. In the way that you have controlled spawns, if you are Seattle Surge, you're forcing them to do that. But finally, an opening, they're able to get a 4 down. Vigil now on the hill, getting the trophies down. You still have the close spawns, though, if you are Surge. They know this. Gun's gonna be up. 2 for 1 so far, but now it's just all down to Vickle.
How many can Vickle find? Nearly a second, but that will just come with one. 40-point advantage for Seattle as they fight back through on rotation. You see people searching across. We go to Metal's POV. He's able to stay up with 38 HP. Then tries to catch someone. He's able to do just that. He gets help actually in the way of Real. You go for 2 for 2 from Statue. Lucky will actually give them numbers, and now you're in a good spot. Is this where the comeback starts?
Yeah, finally you have an early hill control. You have a nice hold in the middle of the map. Lucky and Vigil able to take down 3. They're starting to see the spawns, though. Are they going to be able to read this? Maybe not, as Real's going to get taken down. He gets shot in the back, so it's down to 2. Metals is going to find the first, and there's the comm. A great reposition. They know where that push is coming from. The spawns flip. Lucky now to reposition. He's on 5 in a row, but a hook nade does take down 2. And the gun finds a 3rd.
Hook coming through big. You saw multiple fans in attendance getting fired up for Hook. Didn't have the series yesterday, but a bit of brilliance there as he gets out to 8 and 6 behind the triple. And you get another big break to kind of put Heretics on the back foot. They have not been able to find large chunks of time. Rezi trying to deal with multiple in front. He's not able to do it, but he sets up 0-4 to come through with the double. And you're talking about what? I mean, you're outslaying, I don't know, by 6 to 8. Nothing that crazy, but the lead's looking significant in its building.
Yeah, I mean, it's just really the start of the map, right? P1 and P2. And then you split the P3 and the P4 just from those break attempts that you've had if you are Seattle Surge. That's the difference in the scoreline. Can Miami step it up in the slamming department? Absolutely, but they have to start winning some of these early rotations and then holding off that first push.
Yeah, I mean, we just talk about 4 being a difference maker sometimes in the search, and like the response hasn't been there, but he's leading the way at 16. You gotta think things are flowing for Seattle Surge, and that is the case. Let's get right back to it as he's dancing on him. Another double. He is finding multi-kill after multi-kill. When the kills are flowing, it is in multiples over and over again. 4-0-4 Hoop. Same to be said for him. I thought a nice little slide underneath, but Metal's able to re-snap. Now Abuza was really leading the way in the kills apart from them yesterday. Nearly a fancy bit of footwork for him, but you leave it to the boys. On the other side, Lucky's able to step it up and just try to chip away at this lead bit by bit and do a better job here at P2.
And again, it's just been fundamentals here for Seattle Surge. Guess who set up towards P2? Guess who has the spawns? They have just controlled the flow of the game. So you're going to need another break for the nades. The stuns, they have been on point for Seattle Surge. They're open things up with 2 kills, and at some point, you know they're going to try to get aggressive like they did last time through.
And Real, who's been maybe a spark plug at times for this Heretics team yesterday, I think he tweeted after the series, like, poor individual one for me, like, gotta step it up. He is in the blender right now, 7 and 16. If he can turn it around, maybe that'll be a difference maker for them, but he's got to get something going.
Yeah, and he actually loves this series. When you look at their head-to-head matchups, he leads the way for Heretics. So right around like a 1.2. He's usually that guy. But Seattle Surge right now, they are up 100 points. They are in control. Let's go to a listen with Seattle.
He's deep right. He's deep right. He's fucking good at it.
One guy's in white. Stay alive. I'm right in him.
Okay.
One was wicked.
He did.
Watch out.
From P3. Okay. I'm pushing white, bro.
I try to go right.
Nothing white, bro. Nothing.
I'm blocking.
Listen, I'm off mid.
I'm not picking.
I'm gonna attack up.
I'm telling you good, bro. That's good. One if you. Be careful, white. I'm pushing from you again.
Yeah, in the back. Absolute in the back.
I need to turn this one, but 1 4. One deep, bro.
Yeah, one guy's white. Alright, one guy's white.
He's square.
White, Rio.
You wanna go back? Go. Lift him.
He's gonna be close up.
He's on my left. DJ. He's beyond. I did it. Watch it. That's all we got.
Rookie making a play. Listen, just
Go more mid. He's in Pion. He's outside Pion. He's outside you. There's Ricky outside you guys. These guys.
Give that. I'll get ready. One guy's front.
I need you front. I need you front.
Stay on. I'm coming.
The comms were on point for Seattle Surge, trying to put Heretics in a body bag. Map 1. You get a nice break if you're Heretics, but more than likely too little, too late. You're down 150. Hoop the nuke. A streak to put in his backpack. 23 and 14 keeps on. Moving and grooving. Up to 7 straight, still trying to chop him down. The man is not missing right now. Hoop taking over Seattle Surge, entering flow state.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Every single player on the squad has had a moment, but this man, 0-4 alongside who have taken over this game, trying to put the Heretics in a 100-point club.
Yeah, it might be joined sooner than later in a world of trouble. The guns never got hot. Real never turned it around. It has been Seattle Surge from the get-go. There is a bit of a late surge here where maybe you avoid that 100-point effort. Or 100-point scoreline, but like, I don't know, man, they're in trouble.
No, they are. There's just no way they can, bring this one back. It just comes down. When does the break come through?
I never want to say it's like impossible, but
yeah, it's pretty. That'd be something.
It's looking that way. But 30 seconds remaining on this hard point. Finally, the best hold you've really had if you are Heretics. Seattle Surge really go for the jugulars. Can't get that one final break, and now they do it. That's going to be 3 down. Into the point they go. Final points tick away. It is dominance out of Seattle Surge.
Then even in the listen in, right? I mean, just very...
Who kept mid? I know that.
Yeah, who did have mid?
7 times he said he had mid.
No, but even mid. A lot of the times he's the one repeating calls a lot, being very loud, and it just even felt like he was a little bit more reserved. Everyone else should be, speaking a little bit more freely. And that just, I don't know, turned into a lot of great plays for them.
Well, I thought, he said he had all mid. I thought the timing was horrible for him when he kind of gave it up and went to push through the front. He thought everyone was front. One gets through the back, but they picked it up great. They picked up the spawn flip. They dealt with it so well. That was a really, really good listen. We were chatting with our producer. We're like, stay in this for a little bit longer. Like, that was fantastic to hear them chat through it, and just an incredible effort there in map number 1. Dominant stuff out of Seattle Surge. Pook leading the way with 0-4, and you got to think, if your rivals are hitting like that, this might be a long series for Heretics.
I mean, just damage. You look across the board, everybody's right there. Like, as good as Hook and 0-4 were, Abuz and Brezzy were not far behind whatsoever. This was just very much a team effort that you love to see in Hardpoint. And, when we talked to Ray at Major 4, he just felt like his team had such a good understanding of the way they wanted to play the game.
No, absolutely. And like, just at this level, especially with 2 teams that are, around a similar position, we just talk about their skill and everything. Like, you can't have one person not show up. And like, you just got a dud out of Real. You did. 12 kills, 3,000 damage, and with such a balanced effort on the other side of it, it's going to be impossible to win, and that's when you're going to be looking at a 100-point club. But I kept waiting to see if Heretics were going to turn on the Jets a little bit. Guns get hot, maybe Real starts to get going a little. It just never, ever happened. And he's a young player. Can he brush that off going into a search and destroy where they need him to be a difference maker?
And this is like, I feel like 6-Star while it can be a clean map, I feel like a lot of the times when we're casting it, it's like 250 to 200, right? Back and forth. Teams are breaking on both sides. Some teams are winning rotations. This was just all Seattle from the start.
Well, it can just be hard to get that perfect setup. Hard to spawn people out deep. Like, it's just, you get a lot of opportunities to hit the hard point compared to maybe some other maps, and they made it look easy though. Like, right? They made this look like old school COD. They just had to hike, if you were Heretics, towards every hard point, try to rely on some breaks, and just not really able to do it. They put the foot on the gas early if you're Seattle Surge. Seattle Surge looking so strong. Fantastic stuff there. The fans get hyped up. There'll be many Optic fans in the venue, which I'm sure are excited for their match versus Thieves later in the day, but they were getting behind Hook in this venue. He's always had a big following. He's always had a lot of people love to root for him, and he's got to think after the poor performance yesterday, he might come alive. He did.
No, and I just think, like, you just see glimpses of what he used to do on a consistent basis, right? And we got that throughout this map. Like, just randomly goes on these streaks where he just makes the game look easy.
Yeah, I think you know, people will talk about like he's not as consistent maybe as he used to be.
He's not.
But he was also on like much better teams. Like I think early in his career, he was on like a lot of great teams where when you want to play like that and you're a very streaky player, like you find out you're hot a lot more often than you aren't because you're in better positions because you're on a better team. I mean, now he's at this point in his career where he's not necessarily on like a top 3 team. He's not going to be playing like that. He's not a Dallas Empire type situation. And yeah, he's sometimes going to hit, sometimes going to miss. It is what it is at this point.
Yeah, but he's sort of, you know, become the leader, the vocal guy, just sort of transformed himself into this new piece for Seattle Surge.
And that's what I think some players struggle with, you know, when you get later in your career. And it's so weird to think of Hook as like a vet now because he just, you know, we started like he's a young kid. Just you have to transform. I think some people get later in their career, they struggle with that. Maybe become more of a team player. You know, you realize the gun's not as hot. You can't do the things you used to. It seems in the comps he's doing a great job of adapting at this stage of his career, and it's awesome to hear.
No, it is. Yeah, I mean, he'll do whatever it takes to win, I feel like, right? And obviously having like Rambo, someone he's won a world championship with, can have those conversations with. I mean, yeah, Ray's been in every type of situation as a player, as a coach. He's got all the guidance he needs.
No, it's been really fun. This has probably been one of our favorite teams to sort of watch just develop over this year and just continue to improve and improve. And some of the changes that they have made, just watch them become this team that is a threat to maybe make a run into a top 3 at any moment. Yes, they've fallen short, but you've got some consistent top 6 runs. Is this the tournament? How beautiful of a story would that be for Surge? You know, the way it started versus how it might end. I know you started with like the top 6, but what I think of when I think of Seattle Surge, I think of that first team in that first map against or the first match against Toronto at like Major 1, and you and I were like, oh God. Yeah. Like they were like, what, they got like blacklisted in scrims because they broke some GAs. It was one of the worst series I've ever commentated. They've come a long way. There's been a lot of changes.
No, there has been. Yeah, no, and I mean, listen, that series versus New York yesterday, they could have won that match 4-0.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. They easily could have. It looks so strong. Just came up a little bit short. You got an insane series from Hydra. Unfortunately, that's going to be a tough player to match in Hydra. But you look at the overall season record and how it looks. Definitely one that's favored for a bounce back now for Heretics into this map too. As we get ready to go on Karachi, we'll see if they can fire it back and tie us up 1-1, or Seattle Surge will keep on surging. Because you didn't see much life out of Heretics. We'll see if that life will start now, and Real is very important for them on this map. He is huge for them here, and he's coming off a dud.
Yeah, last time these two teams played, this was the map number 5 that Miami was able to win.
There we go.
And well, they're going to find 04. We see 04 get very aggressive towards this Coop side at times, but a nice nade from Hoop. His series keeps going there with a nice stick.
You know, throughout the course of these offenses, you want to keep an eye. At times, I say on number 5, what kind of timing he's going to get as he works back towards the boys and tries to catch players. But Brezzy has got the read. He's able to take out Real, put numbers over to Surge after the first blood from Lucky. Metal's doing his best to bring this back into a 2 versus 2, but yet to get the square up he wants. Bomb still lurking over towards B. Bickle's able to catch one, so now you get into this 2 versus 2. Metals and Bickle. Abuza and Brezzy, what do you see on the map, Joe?
Yeah, I think it's just going to be a question of when you get this bomb down, right? That's really what it is. Abuza has the cross for a minute. He's worried about the transition over towards A. Brezzy going to be the next player up, but Metals is able to find another pick. So huge plays out of Metals and Victor in this 2-on-3. The stun is going to connect. That will allow Victor to get the plan.
Abuza nearly dishes out the haircut and drops one into a 1v1, but can't quite finish it. Now the superstar from yesterday with a 122 kill series, can he clutch up in the 1 versus 2 as he's going hunting? 30 seconds remaining. Looking for the opening. One just tucked away. The snap is there, but a little too late. You win the round for Heretics. You open it with the first blood from Lucky, and then you pull off the 2v3.
Yeah, I think both teams just did a good job of finding and isolating the players that like to make the plays and have to make the plays. That was 0-4 for the start, and then Seattle Surge on the opposite end. They find Real, all right? He's going to be inside of red. Everybody knows it. We know it. So they're able to find him. But then in the 2-on-3, Victor just able to find that pick bridge side. Metals from top 3 has the look over, so as soon as he finds Brezzy on that, the bomb to get planted.
But that on offense and defense, again, that number 5, I'll keep an eye on the Heretics side and just see what his timings end up being like. Because he can win around by himself, or things can fall apart if he gets caught. It's Brezzy trying to make some magic happen. Lots of bullets expire, but really only one tag in. Trying to hit on the nade, but the help is in from Bickle. Another first blood through for Heretics. 3-0 start from Bickle.
Yeah, there is a trade, though, from Abuza from top 3. He's able to slide on through, and he's just going for this. Just continues to fly on through. And now it could be down to that number 5 on Real. Inside of red as they're starting to move this bomb on over. He's here by himself. And this just starts with his Abuza play. Abuza and Brezzy find the picks. They go right on over towards Ed.
Yeah, and that's where Real, yeah, he can be that difference maker, but can't find the gunfight. In the beginning of that, ends up getting hunted down, and now you put Lucky in a tough spot. You got a pretty clean first blood there, at least for a moment, but then things fall apart. Lucky's had some nasty clutches this year, but this seems real difficult to do. 1v3 time. Dwindling Reed is in. Lovely little 4-blow there on the Brezzy. Still a chance to go. 24 seconds and ticking. Oh my God, if he wins that one, this place might start to erupt, but Surge able to close it out.
Yeah, they had the numbers, they had the time on their side, but I mean, he puts bullets into all 3 players. Just great reads from Lucky. Abuza, though, with a nice little 1 pop-up, able to reposition, puts the shots in.
Man, he hasn't popped there. He might have gotten zapped.
No, 100% he gets zapped.
So good stuff there from Abuza. Close it out, even up our search and destroy. So far, Real kind of from the offside on what offense and defense yet to have an impact. They've done a good job sniffing that out. You take, what, 3 straight into this round if you are Abuza.
I mean, it was his play, just right through the middle of the map. They go towards A.
Metals now. Hop on over to Hook. He's trying to dip, diving, get away. Nice shots there. Just Metals gets clean picked.
Yeah, he's trying to find number 2, and he will. Hook keeps it going, able to find a second in the round. And again, Seattle Surge, this is a team, they love to play aggressive on defense towards Coop's side, and they do just that. They try to go through the middle of the map. You're just not thinking there's going to be 3 players in that position, but there were.
We take a look. The final kill one more time. 5-1 start from Abuza. He continues to be sensational. Hook's first one, though, that was disgusting.
No, I mean, you see where the teammates are. Real just has no help. They try to transition him over towards here, right? Not play inside of red. Try to switch things up. But he instead gets caught.
And you gotta like that. If you see Hook, he's all smiles. He is flowing. The 5 straight for Abuza. Will that lead to a streak? It doesn't. Okay, he's gone. So never mind the streak combo. The nades are able to hit. Lucky's able to take him out. We're right back to Hook, though, after that wondrous first blood the last round, seeing if he can get something going yet again. Over to 0-4 as he's taking a gander. Because Abuza is out of it. It's delayed. This push from Seattle Surge. Trying to hop up and maybe check, but Real's got the cross and he's on the board.
Yeah, not over towards Hook and Brezzy to try to clutch this round out. But Miami with a very tight setup towards the middle of the map. So it's Real back Cafe. Metals is immediately there for the trade. And now all down to Hook.
Ambitious. Ambitious at range there. Real's able to get the final kill. But yeah, good luck on that one with the rival. As Heretics get their second, it's all even, and maybe a little bit of a different type of smile. He's like, I gave him my all.
I gave it my all, boys. Tried to find the shots, but yeah, Real, just from that, top bus position.
Oh, we've seen people get mapped with a rival, but that's a little different.
Yeah, when they're prone right there.
Yeah, a little different. He had a sliver to shoot at, and the rival starts to bounce it. 0-4. As you mentioned, the tough one yesterday. I mean, for Search is really where he has been a specialist. He's 0-4 right now.
0-4, we'll see if he can get involved a little bit more. Let's say pressure over towards his side of the map. Real just quickly up towards top AC. And well, I think with this, 0-4, unfortunately going to be 0-5 now. Hook, though, trying to bring it back for the squad. Really just going to isolate Real. Real's going to need some help from Lucky. Brezzy is right there, and there is just movement all over the map.
Yeah, it looks like Real's able to get out with bombs, so he's okay for now.
So everyone just kind of repositions. You had from top 3 Abuza, making sure they don't go over towards B.
Knock, knock. Who's there? It's a Hook. He gets a tag or two, and he's going to get out. He's actually got 2 to deal with, but he's been stomping around, trying to get into the window. Lucky able to take out Brezzy now, put them into 3 versus 2. Right back over to Real, who started 0-3, now on 3 straight. He's really started to vibe and get it flowing. Goes for the bomb plant, and then we'll see how this works out for Hook and Abuza in this 2 versus 3. But chance for back-to-back rounds now if you are Heretics. We stick with Real's POV for now, and we'll see how they hold on to this 3 versus 2. Metal's able to find another one. Hook is gone. Lucky wins the other. Nice sequence there from Heretics.
Yeah, I mean, just kind of starts with the SMGs getting aggressive towards AC side, but then Lucky is the one player in this round kind of sneaks back Cafe. Couldn't find Brezzy on the first skirmish through, but he doesn't expect him over towards that back dumpster, so he's able to find that one that gives them the 3-on-2, and yeah, with his kills, his positioning, they're able to close out the round.
Take a look at the first bloods. I mean, you've got, what, 4 out of the 5 if you are Heretics. So they've been dominating in that regard. So 1 round advantage, but see if Surge can improve on the other side as they try to battle back in this. Back on offense is Surge. Hook, as you said, now to 0-5. Or sorry, not Hook. 0-4, now out to 0-5. And we'll make it 0-6. There is nothing going for him. And where Real started slow, he's erupted. So, like, your goose eggs continued, and one player's turned it around on a 4 streak, and well, that's the reason you may be looking at a 4-2 advantage soon.
Yeah, we're talking about the first bloods. I feel like 0-4 is kind of the guy on this map for Seattle Surge who normally finds those first bloods, so that's a big part of it. He's got 4 first deaths, but Abuza's going to try to bring it back. Almost able to snap onto the second. Man advantage, though, still to Miami, and they have just turned this map around. Now trying to find 3 straight round wins.
Hook left on an island, it feels like for the 15th time, nothing he could do there. Best of luck with that gunfight. And yeah, I mean, first blood's a great stat. First deaths, not so much. And that's, yeah, you're 0-6 and also 4 of those are first deaths. I mean, you're just not involved at all. I mean, and we're talking about 0-4's like damage, right? He has 200 damage. Like, you haven't been able to do anything.
It's not a lot.
No, it is not. No, it is not. So he'll have to get something positive going in the momentum department, or they're going to be in a world of hurt. Real on 4 straight, Lucky on 5 straight, Heretics on 3 straight. They've taken over in this search and destroy, and now they kick it back over to offense, and we'll see what their lineup and attack looks like. As Metal's looking for info towards mid, Bickle's going to get caught with the nade, so you take early advantage and get a much-needed first blood. Now, if you are Seattle, can you turn this into a round win?
Yeah, they've been fantastic with their nades. But, well, Real, we talked about him inside of red. Instead, yeah, he gets gunned by Brezzy.
And that's who caught him in round 1, too. Like, Brezzy seems like he's done his homework, maybe on some of the routes and position Real wants to play from. 0-4, now to 0-7. Despite the fact the round's going well for Surge, the map not going so well for 0-4. Is Lucky and Metals now trying to clutch. The crowd's letting 0-4 know he's got nothing positive to work with. Now Lucky. Another opportunity for him in a 1 versus 3.
Yeah, at least you get the cruise if you are Lucky, right? This should be a very difficult round to win as Who's able to find those shots with the rival. Yeah, I mean, if you're 0-4, you're just trying to find anything that you can, but they're very much in this game.
Somebody smacked me in the face.
Like, the fact is that's what the comms have to be to him, right? Just keep doing what you're trying to do. Keep playing your game. We're very much in this, but they do have the cruise to deal with.
But
Not
it's
from
still,
Lucky.
like, even if you're, like, in the game, it's like a one-round game. Like, it's an individual. When you're 0-7, like, you're still in your own head. Even if they're up 4-3, you're still in your head.
I'm hoping for, like, a first nade or something to hit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Boy, somebody set me up.
Please, yes. Can you guys, like, triple stun this guy for me? Something.
Give me a freebie. Give me a freebie. We'll see if he can find his first, but you get the round win, and that's what matters for now. Lucky, though, yes, the streak on the other side. We'll see when that comes into play. Maybe to get a bomb play when they get back over to offense. We're in a retake scenario upcoming, but spreading them out is Seattle Surge, and Real going to be that guy on the offside again that may have action early on.
They know this, right? They're just trying to hunt him down. Where he likes to play. It's been Brezzy on defense, on offense. Looks like they're starting to lean towards this A site. The thing is Miami know this, right? They have two players staring at B towards Coop. They're not seeing anything. So you see number 8, Vicul is just going to turn this way.
And now it just becomes a game of timings. Everyone's starting to transition across to the defense. Metals, hello. The fact that he almost dies there for another first death. The blender continues, then Real starts putting on a show. It's all on to Hoop. We'll see you later. Round 5 on the board for Heretics. And now, I mean, if it's in your head, it's getting even more so, up to 292 damage, 0-8. I mean, I hate to keep pointing it out, but it is what it is. I mean, you have to.
Yeah, but I think you just look at this run. If you're Seattle, it's like, yeah, I like that you switch it up, go over towards A, but you just made it so obvious. I feel like you have to still have someone, Cooper, top 3, throwing nades, putting
some
shots
presence,
in,
like
some
anything.
presence, yeah, at all, but they didn't. So instead, you had all 4 players in a position quickly for Miami to be able to trade towards that A site.
And Real, once again, making an impact, 3 straight for him. As he's able to pounce over towards Red. From offense, this is where he's been caught in many rounds by Brezzy, playing a little bit different this time, out towards mid instead of lurking in some of his more predictable spots. Now you want to use the streak to maybe get the bomb playing in. We'll see what it finds. All the blue arrows start scrambling away. Lucky going to rapid in, hits, but not able to walk away with the kill, so that won't actually lead to a bomb play. You got 2 safe there under bridge, so you go to wrap this out quickly.
Yeah, but this opens up some lanes for Real, right? He's able to work towards top A. See, he loves to play from this position. They know there was 2 bridge sides, so they're going to try to play for the 2 over towards A. It's down to 0-4. And, well,
Sweet
the
Jesus.
timings maybe going to go his way, not going to go his way.
God damn it! 0-9 is 0-4. He can't get anything going. One of the toughest search and destroy performances we've ever seen. Hoop left alone again. Metals toying with his food. Toy's a little too long. Hoop able to walk away with the gunfight. He's up to 9, but he's only got 2 HP. Somehow, as slippery as a snake as he gets out, but there's 35 seconds remaining, and he's got the world to do. Best of luck with that one.
Yeah, just not a lot of options for him, and they're going to keep running at him. Real and Vicul on the hunt. Lucky locking down the angles, and some of these gunfights for Hoop have not been easy, but a big comeback here for Miami Surge in this map number 2.
As fun as like Hoop in 04's like POVs looking the hard point, like they were moving, right? Like
they were the opposite.
It was the exact opposite. Like I know Hoop still gets 9, but like there were so many times on his POV where it just looked so hard, so many difficult gunfights. And then 04, I mean, I don't know if we really saw his POV because my guy was in the dirt.
Does he have to change his name now to 09? I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I think legally,
Yeah,
he's got to.
Okay. No, I mean,
09,
I get it.
actually, oh God, that's
It just
rough,
went
yeah.
from like early nades were hitting. He was just getting caught on all of his routes. Literally, some of the rounds, his first deaths were 10 seconds into it. Like he literally just had nowhere to go on a lot of those plays.
It is tough. I mean, what do you listen? We know Ray is a great coach. He's got these guys into a great position, but is it kind of on him or the teammates to sort of get him back fired up?
I think it's just like his own mental, right? You just got to get locked. I mean, he had such a good map 1, so maybe you just kind of laugh it off for what it was.
Yeah, I just think like we overgas sometimes like young players on lane. It used to be a very big thing, like back in your era, Joe.
Back in my day.
Yeah, like, until someone proved himself on land, like they were all dog shit. Like, this guy sucks. Like until he does on land. But for the most part, like a lot of our players, like once they've gotten league, even through on like they mostly performed on land. And I think like 04's been fine, but when you have a map like this, I think that's when you're a young player. It's like it's got to get too big. It does.
Yeah, I get he struggled yesterday, and yeah, that champ stage it's a different one.
It is. Especially we've never had a stage like this too, where you're like in the middle you're just in the middle of it, right? And then like when you have like an 0-9 map, you don't get to go behind stage and hide. You have to walk through a sea of fans that are all just like.
You're number one?
Yes.
Yeah.
But he didn't get one. That's going to do it for the first two. We're going to continue on. We are tied up 1-1. We hope you're enjoying the action. We got control coming up after the break.
Call of Duty League Championship Weekend is brought to you by Razer, the official headset and chair of Optic Texas.
Upgrade your game with the Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League.
Scuff and Optic have teamed up once again, this time for a limited edition Prism Mystery Box with an exclusive design in 5 different colors. Grab yours today at scuffgaming.com/optic-prism, and you could be one of the lucky few to unbox the gold controller.
All right, so I've got Method 6 from Miami here. Method 6, first of all, I just want to say, you guys are the first Spanish team since Black Ops 4. How does it feel to be all back together and here at Champs?
I mean, represent our country as a team, the full team is Spanish. It's for us is the best thing ever, and put the work we do every single day, and face to face against the best teams in the world is, you know, it's huge for us.
It's very, very big indeed. I want to talk to you about the dynamic of your roster. I know that SMG spot was up for grabs, you know, a lot this season. You guys changed and you're trying to figure things out. How do you feel right now about where everyone is placing role-wise going into Champs?
The team now, it's in terms of roles, are perfectly. They are, you know, fixing the confidence we lack these past months, and every single member of the team now is super hyped, super confident about the team. The chemical and you know, in the team, it's amazing, and it's pretty good to work with these guys.
I love that. The chemistry is top notch.
Yeah.
Now I've got to ask you about your name, Method Sick, because I know that you had a little bit of a run-in with Methods from Optic Gaming back in Black Ops 4, and you guys had a bet, right? It was it 1v1 to win, and you won it, I believe.
You know, he tweeted me like, if we lose, he's change the name, sorry, and I won. I'm still waiting 5 years ago, but you know.
There you go. Methods, he's still waiting, mate. You know, hey, look, there's many more bets potentially want to come, but you got to, you know, take a chance with this guy. If you want to bet again on this this iteration of COD, then he's waiting for you.
Back to the action we go. Tied up 1-1. Heretics answer back. And now we get deeper into the series. Again, they've played 3 times. They've gone to a game 5 each time. These guys test each other. They're both resilient bunches. There's a lot of similarities between these squads, and we decided to keep going deeper into this one.
Yeah, again, though, if you look at this, matchup head-to-head, Control is owned by Heretics. It has been 3-0 versus the Seattle Surge, so we'll see if Seattle can get one back here.
And, I mean, listen, I know at times, you know, you guys will watch and be like, oh, this map's boring me. Like, as a commentator, it's even worse sometimes. Like, if I had to cast another Ardent Force back in World War II, like, I would have died. It was slowly killing me. And listen, I know at the beginning of the year, like, Invasion can be a little sluggish in Control, but we had some crazy ones yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, they started to pick up later in the year.
Always a little nuts.
Yeah, like every one, like going to round 5, but like offense getting wins. There's been way more offensive victories. It's been a whole hell of a lot of fun. Maybe we got some nutty stuff here, but Joe, take me through the Monster Energy pregame now for Heretics.
Well, yeah, I mean, this has been the key. We talked about it yesterday, their matchup versus FaZe. You take away the high rise, it gets ugly. It really does. They are 1-3 outside of it. Haven't had a lot of map wins. They're not going to get high rise. They had a tough match versus FaZe on Invasion. They played them close. We'll see, though. They can finally win one.
See if they can. Real had an absolute dud in the map 1, puts up 12 kills, but really starts to fire back in the search and destroy. See if you can carry that momentum over. And sometimes it's just one map, even one play sometimes for a player, and that's the difference. I think that's far more important for 04. But 4 can get, it was like a BZ yesterday. Like, he got that triple, it turned around from there, right? Just one play.
Yeah, just try to find anything, a little double, just get some momentum. But what's crazy is how good his map 1 was. So maybe it won't matter, but Real, he has absolutely turned it around since the map 1. Now 4-0. Can he find number 5 at his 04 again? So looking for the 6 and the cruise.
And 04 streak, unfortunately. The poor guy continues. 0-3 start here. No streak, though, for Real. 2 minutes on the clock now to work with. You get a couple of kills to stagger this if you are Seattle Surge. So in an okay position, at least on the push from B, but you do get one that slips through the cracks. That'll be Metals that gets on it for a second. He's plucked by Brezzy almost instantly, so the pressure alleviated for now.
Yeah, I mean, Victor was here yesterday versus FaZe was fantastic. He was the reason a lot of those rounds, they were very much in it. All 4 on the board, the crowd showed him some love.
Okay, they are trolling now, guys. He was gonna get one here eventually. But what did he put up 39, 7K damage, Vickle, yesterday? Like, yes, it was an insane effort, and one you gotta be frustrated you lost considering that effort. Can he do it again? You think if he could do it against FaZe, he could do it against Seattle, but obviously a far different matchup. As you'll see some different styles here, especially on Invasion Control, but you're holding on as long as you can, trying to dwindle this clock on down. Bit over a minute remaining. Now you're looking for any kind of entries if you are Heretics, but not finding anything. Brezzy, Abuza, 04. Sending the Miami, all of the Miami camp back to spawn.
Then again, like yesterday, the player that allowed them to get past that 50-yard line the majority of the time was Vickle, right? It was like a 2-piece that he would find.
Oh, yeah.
But they are just not finding anything through the middle of the map. It has been all Seattle Surge. Finally able to get through DVD is Metals and Real.
But how different is it as a player, like when you were competing? Like, yes, it's the same map. Yes, the strategies are very similar. But like your gunfights in certain situations against one team versus another, it's just gotta be so different.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many just situations in the same match. Like, it's very difficult to replicate it.
Well, it's just funny when you think about how Vickle made it look easy against like FaZe, right? And then you're like thinking, oh, he'll push him here, but he hasn't been able to find that opening. So another player fall just short of a streak. Real has been kind of their workhorse here in the opening round. He was on 4 straight before he dropped, but you've got what? 2 for Metals, 1 for Lucky. Listen, Lucky, a terrific player, but we've all been part of kind of the offensive blender on Invasion. It can happen to the best players in the world. You hold serve if you are Seattle Surge. 5 life advantage, no time to work with. Only 3 ticks through for Heretics.
Now, in that last push, finally, you got some aggression from Heretics over towards the zone, but it was who goes on a big pinch through Cafe, who was able to find 2. That was pretty much then the round. So what, you give up B, you don't give anything over towards A.
I'm dying. You have 10 on Real, he has 1,200 damage. You have 1 on Lucky, he had 1,150. that's invasion offense. That's just his title sometimes, I guess. But yeah, 1,138 damage and 1 kill. That's a tough start for Lucky. But I'll racking up the assists for the squad early on, but you only get 3 ticks. Now you see if Seattle Surge can do a little bit better. You got 3 straight on Brezzy, 2 on Hook to carry it through. Things are blowing up for 04, maybe starting to work the game into his favor. A little swan dive away from Real, but that's not going to be enough. As they're able to hunt him down, they start to push out the gaps here.
And now F4 depending on these timings. Instead though, timing's gonna not go his way. He heard the door open under him. Thought maybe he was going to play for that player. Opts to go upstairs, gets taken down. And now, I mean, you have so much map control here if you are Miami.
Yeah, because on the other side, I think it was Abuza tried to find an opening on A, try and find a timing, but he got caught. So you don't really find success on either sides of the map. And yeah, that gives the entire map away to Heretics, and they continue to win fights. Where we saw so many offensive round victories yesterday, this so far looks to be more kind of your standard defensive holds. Who's going to maybe find that first opening on offense as Vickle keeps dancing with a boost. A nice gunfight win there. Good use of the cover. Lovely shots for a second onto a 4, but he's on 4 straight. We hop right over to Lucky, who's able to attack in his 3rd in a row. Can't quite recenter in time to get another.
Yeah, Rialdo quickly there for the trade. You saw Surge, they were just trying to find that kill in the middle of the map. Maybe to weaken this B Street, but Metals is still here. He's able to find a double, trying to finesse and find the 3rd, but that's who finally gets to the point to at least pause the clock. But you almost have a dominant, perfect round if you are Heretics.
And you still have Real here, a threat in behind. He's going to deal with the spawner now for the kills he's getting. He's got Vickle to work with on the other side of it. There'll be 2 players for him to have to shut down. Tries to finish the kill before the second gets there, but can't do it. Great job playing your life there if you are Seattle Surge, but it doesn't matter. You've got 1 tick. You've got no time. It's desperation mode now. Vickle working to hold. Metals there as well, and they shut it down, hold the line, as you said, nearly perfect.
Well, it was, yeah. I don't even know if, did they give up a tick?
Yeah, I think one, yeah.
And that just, they had so much map control. You had, what, that 4 dead off the start. 3 dead off the start for Surge. And multiple players push up blue side, and instead they got caught. And then the map just flipped, and then Seattle just could not get up towards that B Street.
I spilled water all over myself, Joe, like I'm a child. I tried to drink it, and it went on my shirt.
You are a child.
Yes. Everyone takes a deep breath on either sides of this. 04. He starts to get some work in it, 7-11 after the rough map too. We'll see if Real, who is the catalyst for them on offense, can maybe finding more plays, or Vickle, who really was it yesterday, if he can get back to that insane form. But it's Hook and 04 to get things started defensively. Vickle just looking for an opening, not able to find it. You have a one-on-one on the other side of the map that's Lucky that was trying to maybe flirt over towards A. And Abuza will shut that down. So far, both teams are kind of doing a great job at that A Street, just making sure you have eyes on it at all times, not letting one of those kind of fluky spawns flirt on through. As I say that, okay, we'll stick with it. I thought maybe it was about to happen. I spoke it into existence, but nice snap from 04.
Yeah, I mean, just great shots there from 04 to stop that, because you had a lot of players in a good spot for Miami, maybe to transition over towards A, but they find the kills middle of the map. That then forces Seattle Surge to play off a spawn. They go A, they go B, gets them over towards this B zone. 1 tick is through, trying to find number 2. They should have it.
Looking for that minute extension. 04 is trying to make sure it doesn't happen. He just sends it on board after his first kill, but now you get a little bit of a domino here if you're Miami Heretics. I thought they're going to hunt down their 3rd, but it's Brezzy who's able to pick one from the flank. Lucky is trying to find out where he went inside of Ice Cream. You got to think they're going to catch him now. He's in between 2 players. They're finally able to do it. That minute extension is looming. So you'll have, what, a minute 40 to go. You see the ticks. Huge advantage if you're Heretics, and they'll get up to a 6-in-1 edge now after the B capture. But from this point, they weren't too much of a threat, right? Over towards A. Once Seattle Surge had to turtle in, they did a good job. But if it continues trending the way it has, a round 5 defense could be everything.
No, I mean, that's just it. They really did not give up much. Seattle Surge over towards A. You might have touched the point for a second if you were Miami. Just locked it down. They never really gave up a lot of position near this area. Just always felt like they were winning those gunfights, controlling Cafe, as they have done throughout this round.
Well, now you have multiple players trying to work out kind of towards a bridge. That's going to be Metals and Bickle that are looking for openings. You win one mid-map if you're Real. That's going to turn ahead, and then Bickle's able to catch one. You've got a 2-on-1 here. It's on to Hoop to clutch up. Yep. The nade will do it. Hoop goes big in the 1 versus 2 to eliminate the threat on the 8 point. Real then tries to surge on forward. He's getting caught as well. So again, you're up against it for a moment if you're Surge, but so far you've dealt with it.
I mean, that's just it. Yeah, you could have had a player on, but the nade sticks, able to find that. Tail, as you said, who wins that 1 versus 2, and that just forces the rest of Miami to have to make a different play, get a little bit more aggressive through gas. Instead, they get caught.
Yeah, honestly, him just getting one in that.
Story of this map.
We'll see it from Hook's POV this time, how it looks.